Hello everyone, in this video we will look at spell check and protection in Microsoft Excel. We all understand that both these are quite important modules. If it's a confidential data, we would obviously like to protect some of the sheets or maybe the entire file. And also it's a good idea to do a spell check before sending it to anyone. It could be a Word document or it could be Excel. Okay, so the first thing is let's just keep our mouse on any one of the cells in this sheet. I'm on the sheet called source data. We used this sheet in the VLOOKUP as well as the HLOOKUP module. Those who've seen that module would know that I've used this data in the past. But right now, let's just do a quick control home, which means I'm on the very first cell of this sheet, okay, A1 cell. Now I can go to the review tab. Please note that the protection as well as the spell check features are both available in the review tab of your Excel. Okay, so I'm in the review tab and the extreme first or extreme left command is spelling, and if I simply mouse over, it quickly tells me F7 is the shortcut. So I can simply hit F7 or I can simply click on the spelling from the review tab. Okay. So it comes up with this spelling dialog box. It highlights EMP. Notice here that EMP is a short form, which we all know. I could have put in the proper word there saying employee ID, but I've just put in the word there saying emp ID, so it quickly highlights that. But I'm okay with that. Let's just say that I do not want to change that, so I can say ignore once or I can say ignore all. If there are more instances of EMP, I can also just say ignore all, so I can click on that. All right, next it highlights INCE. Notice here that I meant incentives. The heading of this column that I meant was incentives, but I've only put up INCE here, which Excel doesn't recognize. So I can say ignore once or ignore all, whatever. All right, next it says secretarial. Now I've made a spelling mistake here, right? So I now realize that, okay, this is the correct spelling. All right, so I'll say change. Next, it also highlights the error in the spelling of practice. It says it should be CE in the end and not SE. Okay, I'll accept that. So I'll say change, and that's it. It says spell check is complete. You are now good to go. So that's it. I can hit OK, and you will notice that the change has happened here. All right. If I wish to do this for all the spreadsheets in a given file, I can always come down to one of the sheets, to the names of one of the sheets. I can just do a right click. I can say select all sheets and then do this entire activity of spell check, either by review tab or simply F7. Okay, for now, let me just right click at the bottom again and okay, so if I just select any other sheet, the grouping, the entire sheet's selection is now gone. Okay, I can just come back to the sheet where I was. Okay, now friends, let's also talk about protection. Like I said, protection is also available in the review tab. So I can click on review. I'm already in the review. I can say protect sheet. There's a command here that says protect sheet. I can click on that. Now observe here that it's asking for a password. I can put the password as ABC123 for now. Yeah, this is just a demonstration data. It's not a confidential data, so I can obviously put a very simple password, but in real life, it's not ideal to give such a simple password. Okay, so ABC123, I can click OK. Now, please note here, friends, that just like the way we can reset our password on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or Gmail or LinkedIn, right? This password cannot be reset, and Microsoft is giving us that caution right here on this window. Yeah, it clearly says if you forget your password, it cannot be recovered. Okay, so please please note that I will have to re-enter the same password. It's just asking me for a confirmation, ABC123, and I'll say OK. All right. Now, friends, you will notice that if I try to make any change on this sheet, it gives me this prompt. Okay, it gives me a prompt saying that the sheet is protected. Okay, even if I attempt to delete a column, so let me just select a column and right click and delete or hide. Yep, See, all the options of making absolutely any change or deletion are not available, right? But please note that after doing the protect sheet command, we should also go to the protect workbook command, which is right next to the protect sheet command. Reason, if you do not give the protect workbook command, that is, if you stay with the protect sheet command, anybody can come on this file, right click on the name of the sheet, and he or she will get the option of delete. Though he cannot make any changes within the sheet, the entire sheet itself can be deleted. All right. So to avoid that, let's go to protect workbook also. Now here it says, again, it says password. So I'll say, okay, this time let's put password as DEF123, and there is a tick mark on structure. The tick mark on structure means that the options available upon right click, that is insert, delete, move or copy, rename, all these options will be unavailable for the user, right? So I can come here and say okay, reconfirm, re-enter the password to confirm. So DEF123 again, okay, and done. Now, of course, I cannot make any changes within the sheet. I cannot make any deletions, right? I cannot make any activity here. At the same time, I cannot go down and do a right click and delete the sheet as well. Okay. So this is the ideal method to protect a sheet. Okay. Now, if you wish to unprotect, it's a very straightforward thing. Remember, making is slightly difficult, but breaking is easy. So to apply the protection, it's pretty straightforward. Removing the protection is not a very tedious task. I can click on this command here that says protect workbook. I had just given the password as DEF123, so it's just one time that I need to enter the password now. Okay, and then I will also come to unprotect sheet, give the password here as well, which was ABC123, say okay, and that's it. Now I can keep making whatever changes I wish to. All right, and also now right click and delete option and the other options are available. So this is how you unprotect the worksheet. Okay, let me just quickly do a save, Control S. All right, now let's also see how to protect an entire file. Okay, the entire document, the entire Excel file or a Word document or a PowerPoint presentation can be protected with a password. Let's just use the F12 shortcut. F12 is for save as. When I am in the save as window, I can go down here where it says tools. Okay, look at the blinking circles. There is an option here that says tools within the save as window. I can go to tools. I can go to general options. Okay, now within the general options, I have a window which asks me to either enter a password to open or password to modify. Let's go with password to open. Okay, 1 2 3 is I will put this time, and I'll say okay. Again, like we saw a couple of times while doing the sheet protection as well, it asks to re-enter the password. So obviously I will have to enter the same 1 2 3 again and say okay. Now let me put this on my desktop. Okay, let me put this on my desktop. The other version of this file is on some other drive of my laptop, but this one I will put on my desktop. So I'll say save. Because I changed the location, it didn't ask for a replacement prompt. That's fine. Okay, let me close the file now. Okay, right, I'm back to my desktop. Okay, there's a file here that's by the name functions. All right, this is the file, right? Windows D is the shortcut to come to desktop. Okay, I double click on this file that says functions, and there you go. It is asking me for a prompt to enter the password. Yeah, if I know the password, obviously I can enter the password. So I know the password 1 2 3 because I myself gave the password. Okay, and that's it. I'm able to sign into the file. To remove this password, which is applied to the entire file, I can again go to F12. Remember, you have to log into the file with the correct password. Only then you can hit F12 again. That is save as, tools, general options, and notice here that we see those 3 dots. Remember, I had given the password as 1 2 3, so that's those 3 dots. I can just do a backspace and I can say okay. let the file remain on desktop. I can say save, and this time it's asking me if I wish to replace, because the earlier version which is lying on the desktop is with the password. Okay, so yes, let's just replace. I'll say yes. Okay, and now let's close the file. Okay, now I'm back on my desktop. Here is the functions file. I double click on the file to open the file, and this time you will see that it's not asking for a password. It has directly opened. So this was about spell check and protecting and unprotecting single sheet or the entire file.